What if the dinosaurs never went extinct? Imagine a world where the undisputed king of the Cretaceous, Tyrannosaurus Rex, survived the asteroid impact. 66 million years later, it would find itself in a very different world, facing a new cast of creatures. Among them, a challenger of epic proportions. Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever lived. How would this colossal clash for the carnivorous throne end? Who would be the ultimate post-extinction king? Let's dive into this epic showdown. First, let's meet our contenders. In one corner, we have the legendary. This apex predator stood up to 13 feet tall at the hips and measured about 40 feet long, weighing in at a staggering 9 tons. Its massive skull housed the most powerful bite force of any land animal ever known. Its teeth, like railroad spikes, were designed to crush both. T-Rex wasn't just big. It was a perfectly engineered killing machine, combining brute strength with surprisingly keen senses, including excellent vision and a powerful sense of smell. In the other corner, we have the colossal serpent, Titanoboa. This prehistoric giant slithered through the hot, swampy jungles of the Paleocene about 10 million years after the dinosaurs died out. It reached lengths of up to 42 feet and weighed over a ton. As a non-venomous constrictor, like a modern anaconda, but on a monumental scale. Titanoboa's primary weapon was its immense size and muscle. It could wrap around its prey and squeeze with a pressure of about 400 pounds per square inch, enough to crush a car. Now, let's set the stage for our battle. The most likely arena for this encounter would be a lush, tropical rainforest, similar to the ancient Colombian jungles, where Titanoboa once thrived. This environment is key. T-Rex, though adaptable, was more at home in open woodlands and plains. The dense, humid jungle, with its thick undergrowth, massive trees, and swampy terrain would be Titanoboa's home turf. This gives the giant snake a significant advantage right from the start. It could use the environment for camouflage, moving silently through the water and dense vegetation, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Let's imagine the fight begins. The T-Rex, a newcomer to this dense jungle, crashes through the foliage, its powerful footsteps thudding on the damp earth. It's on the hunt, its keen eyes scanning for movement. But in this tangled labyrinth, its size becomes a disadvantage. It's noisy, cumbersome, and can't maneuver easily. Suddenly, from the murky water of a nearby swamp, Titanoboa explodes into action. The snake doesn't need to make a sound. It launches itself with incredible speed, aiming to strike and wrap its massive coils around the dinosaur. This initial strike is crucial. Titanoboa's best strategy is ambush. It needs to get a hold of the T-Rex before the dinosaur can bring its most devastating weapon into play. Its bite. If the snake can successfully coil around the T-Rex's massive torso or legs, the fight could be over quickly. The constricting force would be immense, potentially breaking bones, restricting movement, and cutting off blood flow. The T-Rex would thrash and struggle, but once enveloped in those muscular coils, escape would be nearly impossible. The sheer pressure would eventually lead to suffocation or circulatory collapse. However, let's not underestimate the tyrant lizard king. T-Rex was no fool. It had binocular vision, giving it excellent depth perception, perfect for spotting an ambush. If the T-Rex spots the snake first, or manages to evade the initial strike, the tables turn dramatically. Now, the fight is on the dinosaur's terms. The T-Rex's primary advantage is its catastrophic bite. With a force of over 12,800 pounds, it could bite clean through bone and flesh. If the T-Rex can get its jaws on any part of the Titanoboa, the result would be devastating. A single, well-placed bite could sever the snake's spine, crush its skull, or tear out massive chunks of its body. Even if the snake manages to wrap around the dinosaur, the T-Rex's head and neck would likely remain free, at least initially. It could twist and bite down on the snake's coils, tearing through muscle and bone. The T-Rex's thick, scaly hide would also offer some protection against the snake's initial attack. Though it wouldn't be immune to the crushing pressure of constriction, let's consider another scenario. What if Titanoboa tries to strike the T-Rex's head or neck directly? It has the reach, but the T-Rex's head is a massive, heavily armored target. While a strike could cause damage, it's unlikely to be a one-hit knockout, and it would bring the snake's own head dangerously close to those infamous jaws. It's a high-risk, high-reward move for the snake. The T-Rex also has its powerful legs and claws. While its arms were famously small, its legs were muscular pillars. A powerful stomp or kick could inflict serious damage, breaking the snake's ribs or spine if it connects. The T-Rex could try to pin the snake down with its feet, while delivering a fatal bite. So, who wins? It really comes down to who gets the first successful attack. In a dense, swampy environment, the advantage leans heavily toward Titanoboa. Its stealth and ambush tactics are perfectly suited to this terrain. If it can launch a surprise attack and successfully constrict the T-Rex, the snake would likely emerge victorious. The dinosaur's power is immense, but it's useless if it can't be brought to bear. However, in a more open environment, or if the T-Rex is alert and avoids the ambush, the odds shift dramatically in favor of the dinosaur. The T-Rex's raw power, bone-crushing, bite, and greater mobility in open spaces would be too much for the snake to handle. One bite is all it would take to end the fight. Considering all factors, if we run this simulation 10 times in Titanoboa's preferred jungle habitat, I'd give the victory to Titanoboa maybe 7 times out of 10. The home field advantage is just too significant. The element of surprise combined with its deadly constriction is the perfect counter to the T-Rex's brute force. The Tyrant King is powerful, but in the dark, twisted heart of the jungle, the silent, serpentine giant reigns supreme. The post-extinction throne would likely belong to Titanoboa. What do you think? Who would win this battle of titans? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It is a fascinating matchup between two of the most incredible predators to have ever existed on our planet. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this epic showdown, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the prehistoric world. See you next time.